What's up, y'all? It's Carla, aka Sela the Poet, and once again, I'm having a night of insomnia. Insomnia is the inability to sleep, so I decided to do just a couple of clips to share some of my thoughts. So, lately I've been thinking about, I did a clip on attraction a while ago, and just speaking about, questioning yourself about what attracts you to certain people, and you should know the reasons why you like somebody. And sometimes it's just physical or biological. Maybe you're just sexually wired to like a certain type of person or how they look or whatever. I've just been thinking a lot about my struggle with philophobia lately. Philophobia is the fear of falling in love. So when you are a domestic violence survivor like me, where you've had a relationship that was very, very violent, very, very volatile, you're always afraid that you'll get a partner who will act the same way your abusive ex-partner acted. And I know, that every man is not the same. I know that everybody is an individual, but men have a nature. And, I would be, you know, kind of ignorant to not pay attention to that nature. Men are biologically, most of them are, bigger, stronger. And the way that, they kind of operate with each other, they're into sports, they have a lot of testosterone, and when they get angry, you got to watch out. The anger causes wars, anger causes, gang fights, anger causes sometimes unalivings and stuff like that. So I have all these thoughts kind of swimming in my head. And then you got the feminist part of me that is like, well, what do I need a man for if I do everything myself? I'm kind of used to just kind of like holding down the fort by myself, taking care of my kids, working. What can a man offer me besides something that is sexual or something that is, you know, maybe like lifting heavy things or fixing stuff around the house, which are things which are, important parts of life too. I'm not saying that those things aren't important, but like I said, I'm just kind of self-analyzing, self-reflecting, and just thinking about, my issues with philophobia. And I think about the reasons why I'm attracted to some of the individuals I'm attracted to. There are a lot of good looking guys out there, but what I found is that because I grew up a tomboy, and there's lots of, guys that have been my friends or people that have been my acquaintances. And what I find is that men are deep waters. The Bible, it says it in the Bible that a man's heart is deep waters. And so men, they have their own complications. They have their own issues. They have their own outlook on life, but so do us women. And like I said, I'm just trying to pick my own brain. You know, I'm a lot of times I'm just like really, really, like I said, the philophobia kicks in, and you're always afraid that if you start dating someone else, they'll become abusive. Or if you start liking somebody, then you're afraid that they actually like you back. And then you get all nervous and stuff around them, and it's just it's a mess. It's a mess. But I am journaling, and I am continuing to see my therapist, and um, I am working on allowing myself to have feelings and to not always try to chase feelings away, because I'm kind of used to just kind of numbing my feelings. Like if I like somebody, I just kind of like, yeah, whatever, and just kind of try to get rid of it or just numb it or just try to pretend like it doesn't exist. And I don't think that that's really healthy. But it is, like I said, a struggle of mine, and I'm just being open and honest about it. Um, but yeah, it would be nice to have a partner, I guess. It would be nice, you know. I know that men have their place in society and they have their roles and stuff like that. It would be cool to have somebody, but like I said, it's just, the differences sometimes between men and women and just the complications that life sometimes brings. It's just, yeah, I have a lot of concerns about that. But anyway, those are just my thoughts on attraction part two. Sometimes I swear when I have a crush, I wish I could just go into a cave and like bury myself in there. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna say for now. I'll probably do another part three on attraction later. All right, peace.